Hey, good morning, guys. Genevieve here to talk about our upcoming new moon in the sign of Virgo, which is actually very early tomorrow morning. Today is Friday, the 22nd. So this is very early Saturday morning, 2:01 a.m. or 2:07. Looking at my handwritten notes, of course, maybe I need to put my glasses back on. The moon or the sun actually is going to be entering Virgo just ahead of this afternoon around 4:30. So happy Virgo season. My husband is Virgo, and I've got a lot of friends and family members that are also Virgos. So let's celebrate your season. Now, quick announcements. I want to get this out of the way in case you missed my earlier video. You can see me tomorrow in Milton for Bargains at Broadkill. It is from 10 to 3, and we'll be there all day. So make sure if you're in the area, you come by and say hello, check us out, shop from us, and all the other great vendors. Now, in the interest, I'm trying to keep these videos as short as I possibly can. It is a lot of information, as you can see. I make all my handwritten notes, but I am trying to do it a little bit differently to keep your attention, but also give you as much information. I apologize for the sun glare. It's early in the morning. It's just about 7:30ish here. So let's get into it, right? So our our new moon again is Virgo, 2:07 tomorrow morning. So make sure you diffuse before bed or when you wake up in the morning. Either one should probably be fine. Certainly sage if you need to. And of course my Virgo moon blend is Nervous Nelly. So make sure you get your hands on some of that. The areas of the body that are impacted, the most affected are the pancreas, small intestine, and digestive tract. So certainly they're associated with Virgo. If that is you, you might have a little flare-ups. You might want to just guard yourself, be careful of those areas of your body. And yeah, once again, no surgeries. Now, our next video series in a couple of weeks for about a month, we're going to be in eclipse season. So make sure you tune in later for that in a few weeks. But here we go. So we have 8 impacts to fire, 6 to air, 9 to earth, and 4 to water. All right. So we kind of talked about that before. That's where our aspects are most in play. So it's pretty balanced between fire and earth, and fire and air, water. There's not a whole lot of water influence in this chart. And again, that's emotion. There is some, and we're going to highlight that. So if you look at the chart, and of course I always share it with you, you're going to see something we've talked about before, which is really the heaviest influence on this chart. And it's really good. We have a grand trine. All right, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's jump into it. So our sun is in Virgo. It is square Uranus and Aquarius. So this is a minor influence, but this could bring about abrupt change, a little restlessness, a feeling of wanting to work independently. Okay. It is also square Capricorn in the descendant, which is a minor influence. And I don't always talk about the ascendants, descendants, all of that, but I just wanted to kind of, bring this up. This might cause some of us to question our values and might bring about some career challenges. The lesson here is to learn to trust yourself. All right. Now, our moon in Virgo, of course, since it's conjunct with the sun, is also square Uranus. This is going to also highlight, amplify that little restless feeling, maybe feeling a little bit misunderstood, and the desire or the interest in alternative lifestyles. All right. But there is a drive for change with this energy. And of course, that's also square the descendant in Capricorn, which is going to bring, again, a little bit of career uncertainty, but it also helps bring resilience and clarity. So, like, if you are questioning your career path, you're questioning which step to take next, just meditate over this new moon, and it's going to help bring you some clarity around that subject. Now, Mercury is in Leo, been there for a while. This is a pretty good influence, but it is minor. It is trine Mars in Libra. So, this is going to help boost our confidence, assertiveness, drive, and again, that mental clarity. This is kind of you got the smarts and you know it type of energy. It's a minor positive influence, but it will help to keep us all upbeat and on our toes over the next few days, okay? Now, Venus is still in Cancer. It is trine Saturn in Aries. And again, this is the next two are some minor good influences here. This is going to help us find or work with emotional maturity, commitment, and stability within our relationships. Loyal and good friendships and long-term commitments are highlighted, all right? So this is business, this is love, this is friendships, all of it. So that's, a pretty good thing. Minor good influence there. It is also trine Neptune in Aries. So this is going to highlight art, beauty, and spiritual aspirations. Our intuition is a little intensified, highlighted. And compassion is going to help us all deal with a little bit more compassion and understanding with one another. All right. Now we're coming up to a little minor challenge here. Again, if you look at the chart, when the lines are not strong, it's a challenge, but it with the rest of the energy in this chart and the planetary placements, it really helps to overcome these challenges. Good news. So Venus is opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So this is going to cause some of us, many of us, to feel torn between our powerful emotions and wanting to control them. So trying to find the balance between expressing them and controlling them and feeling them and trying to suppress them, right? That tends to be a little bit of Aquarius energy. It is going to feel a little emotionally intense, but we want you to embrace your strength and emotion equally during this time. It's challenging, a little challenging to navigate the balance there, but hey, guys, allow yourself to be vulnerable. No, certainly not with everyone, but definitely with those in your inner circle, the people that you've already put up your boundaries, and those that you really do feel that you can trust. Be vulnerable with them. It's okay. They want that from you, and you deserve it for yourself, because when you show that, and that does take strength, then you will receive it back. Okay. And we already talked about Mars in Libra, trine Mercury in Leo. So Venus is also square Jupiter in Cancer. Again, this is a minor challenge, but it is going to help force us to all feel a little bit more impulsive, adventurous. We're going to have lots of energy, but we need to learn to be a little bit more patient. Think about the consequences of our action and how it affects each other and other people before we go ahead and act. We want that adventurous spirit. We want the energy for sure, but this is again a little bit of caution to think before you leap. Okay. Jupiter is still in Cancer. There are really no minor aspects to Jupiter in this new moon. So, and again, Saturn is still in Aries. It is again trine Venus. It's also sextile Uranus. So this is kind of one of these major positive influences. So this is going to help us all really have more terrific problem-solving skills to lend to our work. We're going to have original thinking. This is kind of going to combine traditional and progressive ideas and innovation. And we're going to find that balance and be able to work well together with the old, the traditional, the tried and true, and the more progressive and unknown, okay? And there is also a conjunction with Neptune, which is very subtle. It's very minor, not even really worth talking about. Here comes another one of these major positives, and it's part of this grand trine, okay? So Saturn is sextile Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to lend us all some ambition, strength, again, that ethical leadership, a progressive yet grounded energy. Okay, we're talking about mature, we have structure, we have grounding and maturity to help us work on those out of the box ideals and expression. All right, so that's good stuff. Another major positive here is Uranus and Gemini is trying Neptune in Aries. So this is going to lend to that intuitive, creative, spiritual energy, but it's also going to lend us all a little more gentle, subtle transformation, not that crazy, abrupt, like chaotic change. Okay. Um, and then our next major positive here is the trine to Pluto and Aquarius. So this is going to certainly help facilitate necessary positive change. It's coming. It is coming, guys. So this is grounded, purposeful action to improve ourselves and, sorry, dropping some oil bottles here, and the world around us. All right. So we are finally, we're getting it. We're getting the support. We have the right energy in place, the right players in place to really get to the good stuff and get it done. Um, so now we have Neptune in Aries, which is trine Pluto. And this is also going to help us with our inner growth, collective healing, helping to keep our hearts open for open flow, communication, expression. And there is also a real determination here to heal emotional wounds, be it personal or societal. And we all really want this. You know, we've talked about this before. We all have different ideas and like ways that we think it's going to work. But with this new moon, we really have the support of our planetary placements to help us all really get it done. It's exciting stuff. So the biggest takeaway here, again, that grand trine, extra intensity, but for the positive, for the good, to all of the positive influences in this chart. And again, when you look at the chart, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, that big triangle with the blue lines. It's good stuff. And the minor challenges are definitely more easily overcome with the support of this trine. So basically, let's do this, guys. Let's have a great new moon, have a great weekend and week afterwards. Let's all work together, come together, support one another. You know, disagreements don't have to be violent, don't have to be abrupt, don't have to be like, using harshness to get your point across. But yeah, let's do it. All right. Have fun. Enjoy the new moon. Get your hands on some nervous Nelly. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.